So my story starts on what I thought was going to be a very normal Monday in February. Get to the office and got settled in for the day. Every Monday morning, I meet with my team at about 9 o'clock. We had been meeting for about an hour when, mid-sentence, I collapsed into my chair. From their perspective, it looked like I was trying to tie my shoe. And after I'd been down there for some time, they realized that, I wasn't trying to tie my shoe. Something was wrong. So I came to and, was displaying signs of, something wasn't right. I was gray, I was pale, not feeling well, dizzy, disorientated, and, tried to walk it off, right? I'm okay, I'm fine. But fortunately, my team, despite that, called 911. They had arrived, I think, within 3 minutes of the call. They had assessed me. They knew something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right. And so they loaded me into the ambulance and they took me to the Chinook Hospital in Lethbridge. What they determined had happened was I had several prolonged bouts of sinus arrest. And so what would happen is my heart would just stop beating. And all told, this happened once at the office and 9 times in the hospital. The longest I went without heart function was 15 seconds. And so as you can imagine, to bystanders, right, a 15-second pause of heart activity is quite alarming. And so after that, I was taken up to the ICU where they installed a temporary pacemaker in my heart. And I was there for 5 days, but ultimately, the pacemaker did what it was designed to do. It kept my heart beating, and happy to say that I made a full recovery after that.
My story starts, it was one of the impactful moments in my life. It happened at a men's league hockey game, just a regular game, and we were playing, and then the play got whistled dead, and I heard that a member of the other team passed out on their bench, and a teammate of mine and myself jumped out of our bench and went over to go check on the other team's player. We got to their bench and I saw the individual who passed out down on his back, looking skyward, with a glazed look in his eyes, ashen skin and blue lips. I just instinctively thought heart attack. So I said heart attack, and at that same time my teammate turned around and started yelling for an AED, and he started yelling that and skating towards the lobby where they have an AED, and my teammate was only gone for 30 seconds, and we heard him return, the door slam, and here he comes with the AED. We ended up saving that individual's life. I was very happy once the AED got turned on. It started giving directions, and one of the members of their team called 911, and they were talking with EMS about what the guy's symptoms were and what his condition was. And 2 weeks later, we got an email from this individual, and he thanked us for saving his life, and he shared a picture of us, of his family, when he was in the hospital. He was in the hospital for 10 days, I guess, after this heart attack. And I'm very thankful that there was an AED available. It saved his life, it kept his family whole. This woman got to keep her husband, and those kids got to keep their father, all because that AED saved his life.
I mean, it's shocking, right? You hear people tell stories about how, they experience some type of cardiovascular disease or just an incident, and a lot of people will say that they had no idea it was coming. And I can say that too. I can say that I'm very grateful for the company's investment in AEDs. You never know when you're gonna need it. While I didn't use an AED in the workplace, I required medical intervention in the hospital in order to keep my heart going.
One of the things that I like about working for ATCO is this AED rollout. I'm very happy that I'm going to have this tool to use at work in case of emergencies, as well as I'm going to have it to use at home in case family or friends require the device. I hope I never have to use one myself, but I know that it's going to be there and available whenever the time calls.
We have all these tools that help us do these jobs safely, and now we can add AEDs to that list of tools. Right? It's another tool to ensure that we all get home safely at the end of the day, and that we can help someone in need if we come across a situation where someone does require an AED.
That was such an imprinting moment in my life. Now whenever I enter a public building, I look for AEDs and I make a mental note of where they are, because you never know when something so traumatic or so life-threatening can happen. And if it ever happens to me or somebody I know again, I'm going to be very thankful that I'm going to have one of these present and available.
I love working for ATCO because despite how big we are, despite the fact that we are a large global organization, still feels very much like a family company. And we care about our employees. We care about everyone getting home at the end of the day. We look after each other, we look after our own. It's another reason why ATCO is such a great place to work.